Hey everybody, this is my native tank. It's 125 gallons, and tonight we are going to do a simple before and after water change on it. The last few days that I've come down, I've turned the lights on, and I've really had to sort of lift up the cover I've got on top to make sure all the tubes are lighting properly and everything is working okay, because the tank looks just really dimly lit. Well, everything is fine. I've actually come to the conclusion that it is due to mostly just tannin buildup. I actually see the crayfish out and actively feeding off the algae on that rock right there, so I thought I'd walk over here and get a little bit of a look at that. That's always interesting. She was up on this piece of wood in front of us when I came in the room, and she was trying to crawl forward and of course ran out of room, and by forward I mean towards us, right off the edge of the log, and of course did the slow drift all the way to the bottom of the tank, which is always fun to watch. Naturally that happened right as I walked in the room, so we're not seeing any of that on video, of course, but one of these days I will catch that on video. Pretty much anything these crayfish do is always interesting and fun to watch. So long story short, we're going to do a water change. We're going to wipe the glass down, but I am going to remove a lot of tannins from the tank. You can see how dimly lit the tank is. It's very tea stained. So I'm probably going to do about a 60% water change at least, and we're really going to bring the tannin level down and lighten the tank up. So here's your before, and there's your after. So it makes quite a difference. I really got in there and did a huge water change. I did probably 60 to 70%. And I wiped the glass down. I sprayed anything that was exposed above the water surface with hydrogen peroxide. That includes some of the woodwork and some of the rock work. So along here, the top edge of this rock, the sort of top edge of the smaller rock, and then the whole face of this larger rock got sprayed down, and then all of this wood that was exposed. A little bit of that wood back there that's up against the glass, that larger piece, that got exposed, and then some of this right here was exposed, and I sprayed all that down with hydrogen peroxide. So that will reduce my algal growth in here. I don't mind the algal growth, as I've talked about on many occasions. I like a nice greenish sort of look to the tank, but you can see it also needs to be kept in check, and when you get up to these pieces of structure that are closer to the light, you tend to get a lot of algal growth on them. And then of course I had a lot all over the glass as well, and I got all the stuff off the glass. But as far as spraying down the wood and the rocks, I usually do that on tanks like this just to kind of keep on top of it. It's not really an attempt to eradicate the algae, but it's kind of like mowing your lawn. Think about it like that. You don't want to get rid of the grass, you just want to keep it under control so it looks nice, but you still want to have a nice green lawn. And that's kind of the way I look at this tank. I want to have, nice natural green algal growth in there, but I don't want it to look like a swamp either. I want it to look like a nice, attractive, natural fish tank, and so far I think I'm doing a pretty good job of achieving at least what I had in my mind when I set this tank up originally. So there you go. That was just a quick look at before and after of how much tannins you can remove and how you can really brighten up a tank simply by pulling tannins out of there. So don't forget to subscribe. You don't want to miss anything I got coming up. I do have lots of stuff going on around here, and I will be shooting some more video on this tank, which is my 125 gallon native tank, not to be confused with my 125. So thanks again for watching. See you real soon in the next one.